Hi. Uh, so this will be the sample class number 2. It will be accounting and organization theory. So I'll introduce the topic. I will talk about the importance of organizations, the early evolution of theories, some current theories, leadership styles, and summary. Okay, accounting is basically measurement. It can be either financial or non-financial measurement. So what are we measuring? We are measuring two things, organizations and people. People is like the singular people. Organization is like there are many people, but not just people. There are machines, there are systems, there are plant and equipment. Yeah, there are a lot of intangible properties. So we need to know lah what we are measuring. That's why we need organizational theory. Okay. Um, so if we come in as accountant, there are these 3 points I got from a textbook lah. So if we come in as an accountant, we look at everything as an accounting problem. Sometimes they are not. They could be human problems. They could be product problems, customer problems. Um, so I come in with the tools. I have balance scorecard. I have activity-based costing, but the problem doesn't fit the solution. You see, so that's why yeah, so and also many people view things differently lah, so we want to have a broader view, not just from the accounting point of view, but from everybody's sales, whether it's sales, the operation, the CEO's point of view lah. And also we don't want to lose the customer lah from our consideration. Okay, so organizations are very very important. In the first class I talk about why how accountants help organizations succeed. Okay, so our responsibility, accountants' responsibility or employees' responsibility to the organizations is to help it succeed lah, produce goods and services lah. But organizations also have a responsibility to society. Okay, not just people to organizations, but organizations to people. So Peter Drucker is the most famous management guru lah. Okay, most famous management academic. And he has been around for maybe 50 over years, so it's widely recognized in the academic literature that organizations have social responsibility. Not just they don't just have a responsibility to enrich their shareholders or enrich uh, the business themselves. Yeah, so uh, whatever they do, they must have positive social impact, and they should have uh, ability lah to limit the social problems. So for example, in US there are Walmart. Walmart is a monopoly. When they come in to, let's say they come into your area, all your shops will close. Only Walmart will be there because nobody can compete with Walmart's price. But because Walmart became so big, they become so powerful, they press the price down, so all the producers, all the farmers cannot survive. A lot of them, cannot compete because it's a monopoly lah. That's why monopolies are bad for the system. And you have anti-monopoly legislation. Pollution is also another issue. Of course, there are more things. There are things like social welfare, human rights, uh, employee remuneration. All these kind of thing. Um, so even as an employee, our own experience tells us if you have a bad job, what happens? You cannot afford a car, you cannot afford a house, you cannot afford to get married, right? You have job stress, you have long work hours, you have lack of learning opportunities, you got lack of career development, you got lack of professional development, because today the job is our life. Our life is our job for a lot of people lah. Okay, who don't have, especially those who don't have a lot of money. So um yeah, so this is is a survival lah for us as an employee. Okay, we are in a sense in a bargaining position to survive. We have to bargain lah with the organization. Okay, um, so small businesses are slowly being replaced. This means that more and more people are going to be employees in the future. Maybe 90%, 98%, 95%. I don't know. of everybody. Very few people are business owners nowadays. Okay, so we want to know lah the importance of organizations lah, okay, in society and in our lives lah. Right. So this is the early evolution. There are even before, long time ago, humans were farmers. Before the invention of machines, steam engine, electricity, we humans work were limited by the sun. When the sun is too hot, you have to come in. When there's winter, you cannot do anything. You have to stay indoors. Right, it's too cold. When it's dark, you cannot work. So a lot of people got a lot of free time. People rest a lot. Then came the electricity, steam engine, and then initially people were paid very well because they have to draw people from the rural areas to the city. So they pay them very well. They give them a lot of training because when you handle machines, you have very good job security because other people don't know how to handle machines. But when it came a certain point of time where there's so many people in the cities, everybody can be replaced. Yeah, so then came very bad working conditions lah. Okay, and then this was when it started the mechanical school of thought lah. Frederick Taylor is the first one. I think during the early 1900s, he used a stopwatch to count people how fast they do, and then he want to pay them minimal. He wants to make sure that they work maximum and be paid minimum. Yeah, because before that the workers just lepak, relax here and there. So he came out in the so-called mechanical or scientific school of thought lah, and then Max Weber followed him ah. So then came the 1950s, middle 1950s lah. So the human relations school of thought, Chester Bernard said no, this is not right. You cannot treat humans like machines. You must treat humans, follow their psychological or their motive, give them motivation. You must so-called understand the human being better lah. You must give them more freedom. You must give them job rotation. You must let them handle many tasks so that they don't feel bored. Yeah. So these two schools of thought still exist even up to today. Some people will say that when you manage an organization, you have to manage it like a machine. Yeah. Some people actually it is a lot of books. Some of the books I read is still like that. Some people say no. So a lot of them they fight. These two schools of thought are still being debated lah. But actually both, if you look at it, both have some truth in it lah. Okay. So these are some other current theories. Okay, why we want to study all these current theories, right? Is we want to know the social aspect of. Later you will see why lah. So attachment theory number one is they did a study. They found that children who were very close to their primary caregiver, whether it's their mother or whether it's a third party, when they grow up, they become very close with the people around them. They want to have a very close relationship with the people around them. So this means that as a manager, some people like to be very close with other people. Some people don't like. Okay, and this is normally due to childhood, so it's very hard to change. So we want to know lah. Some people are like that. Some people love being close to others. Some people don't like. And the second theory, attribution theory, is all humans are biased. When we look at successes, we think it is because of us. When we look at failures, we try to blame external factors lah. So a manager must know how to give the right perspective to the team lah. Okay, they cannot allow their team members to take success but not blame lah. Okay, for failures. Balance theory, people who don't like certain people, say I don't like Mr. A. When you put me in a team with Mr. A, I will still not like him. Okay, so the managers must encourage open-mindedness lah. So we have to be open to new things. We should be open to new people. Even though we don't like them, we should try them and we should try to like them also lah. Okay, because everything can be liked one lah. So, like let's say I don't like accounting, but then you put me in accounting task, so you have to be open-minded lah to try to do it lah. Okay, so control theory is managers should set KPI lah, or they should set desired performance lah. So when you set a desired performance, let's say you are a badminton player, okay, you think you are very good, you think, oh, my actual performance is very good mah, but you have no motivation to improve. When the manager set, or when the coach set a certain level, then you must try to achieve it, then you can see the difference. When you see the difference, then you get motivated, right? So that's why KPI lah, this is the thing that KPI is necessary lah, or just a desired performance is important lah for motivation. Okay, so leadership style depends not just on who the leader is, but on who the follower is. So if I'm a Westerner, but I'm leading a team of Chinese, I cannot expect to lead them using the Western way, right? So it depends more on who your follower is lah. Okay, so for us, politics, job security, self-interest, all these things is the first concern lah. Okay, whether we acknowledge it or not, you have to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, the company won't take care of you. Okay, but to what extent do you take care of yourself? This one, everybody is different lah. Okay, but this is the first rule lah. The second rule is all these rules are Western, Japanese, Chinese, all got different way one. So Westerners, they will evaluate everybody individually. Chinese and Japanese, they will evaluate based on the team. So if you're the finance department, the whole finance department is evaluated as a team. Okay, whereas Westerners, everybody is evaluated individually. So let's say I work in an audit firm. I cannot say, let's say I'm the audit senior. I did most of the work, so I claim most of the credit. It doesn't work that way lah in Chinese culture lah. Okay, Chinese culture will say all of us did work lah. All of us should receive the benefit lah. You cannot just say one guy, why one guy get it, why everybody don't get the reward. But of course in Malaysia we mix lah. The Chinese, we are not so Chinese, we are like Western, more Western than Chinese lah, I would say, in Malaysia. Okay, but it depends on the people lah, on who you're talking about lah. So Westerners, the followers, they want a relationship with the leader, whether it's a CEO, president, prime minister. The people want to feel connected with the leader lah. Chinese no need, China no need. Westerners, the people want to be empowered. They want to be given the authority to make decisions at the lowest level. China no. China, because throughout history, if you make the wrong decision, the emperor will chop off your head. So they say, I let the boss make the decision better, right? Okay, so so these are just some of the important issues. So we want to understand if you want to learn more, you come from my class. So accounting will help us survive knowing the rules of the game lah. Okay, so we must know the context. The game that we are playing is not accounting game. We are playing accounting game in a company, in the organization. So you must understand what is the organization about. Organization is people lah, but people, you can see they have two aspects, the social and the physical. If I ask you to run 100 meters, you can run 10 seconds, let's say. The 10 seconds can be measured, yes. But are you happy? Are you smiling? Are you motivated? Are you enjoying the game? Are you enjoying running? All this is very hard to measure, right? Can I say you enjoy 9 out of 10? Very hard to measure, or maybe impossible even, right? If you come to work, maybe your KPI is very good, but the social aspect, are you mixing around? Are you happy? Is everybody happy? That one is hard to measure. Okay, it's hard to manipulate. It's hard to influence. It's different lah. It requires a different tool lah. So humans, the social part is like I said. So, and you see, if you measure a student, if I measure a student based on his academic achievement, means his CGPA lah, or how many percent he get in the exam, he won't care about anything else outside the exam. So if it's not in the syllabus, if it doesn't come out in the exam, I won't read. I won't even study it because it is not coming out in the exam. So what happened? So this is the problem with measurement. If you measure something, it will be all about the measure. They will just try to increase their KPI that you measure, but the things that are not being measured, it will be neglected. Okay. Yeah. So this is very important to understand. Okay. Human beings and measurement. So about myself, this I already talked about in the first video. So it's the same thing lah. Okay, I don't want to repeat it. Okay, this is my email, and if there's any question, you can email me. Thank you. Bye.